not too often you can walk in your local bowling center and see one of the top PBA players hanging out with the fans, throwing some bowling balls. We're here with Dom Barrett. And Dom, welcome to Lafayette.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Yeah, having a good time so far.
I know Ebonite has set up this program with you being on site. How did all that come about here with EBI and you being here at Mike Aulby's Arrowhead Bowl?
It was really with Tom Taylor, the pro shop proprietor. Really, I think part of the junior golf program that EBI have, there was a drawing and Tom was lucky enough to win. So that brought myself, along with Matt Sanders and a few other guys from Ebonite International over, and just make a whole fun day of everything really. We've just done a ball video which you guys will find out about soon enough, and we're going to have quite a bit of fun tonight with a little Beat the Pros action as well.
Now let's talk about how your season is going so far. We're in the midst of the summer swing. How many events have you participated in so far out of the 5?
Well, there's 7 events, so we have 5 different locations, but the last one there's 3. So I've done 3 already. Go to Cold Water tomorrow morning is when we start. Yeah, the first 2 are okay. A couple of top 10s, like to have pushed on from there, didn't really happen, and the last event didn't go great, but still managed to get a check. So actually working on a few things today, as well as a little bit of practice for me, but also a little bit of fun with everybody as well. So hoping for a good finish and try and make the top 8, and the top 5 get money, but the top 8 also get invited to China, and then there's a tournament for them in Austin, Texas, the 3rd week of September.
Now I know we talked to a lot of the pros back in Indianapolis at the PBA stop there about how the changes with the PBA have been. What's your feeling on the bigger coverage, you should say, with Fox and how that's going for you guys as staff members?
I think it's been going really well. I got the feedback from the guys and on the PBA playoffs and everything that Fox have done, repeats that they show throughout the week has been great. So the coverage has been really good, and we kind of feel that on the PBA tour as well. It's a bit harder for me to probably talk about it than the American guys because I travel back and forth to England. So we don't have Fox Sports in England. We have Sky Sports and like the Weber Cup that gets televised back home. So I don't get to see it still personally, but obviously with flow bowling I get to watch that when I'm back up. Well, my family gets to watch me on Fox because Flow Bowling have the international coverage they can put on whilst Fox have it live. So I think as a whole package, it's brilliant. How's
it been with the not necessarily the newborn, but the young child that you've just had here recently?
Yeah, Colby's 1 now. Unfortunately, I was away for his birthday. It was only a few days ago, but that's part of tour life really. Which my wife's fantastic and a great mother to our little sons. So yeah, it's a whole new dynamic for me. Something it's not that nice being away from home, but sacrifices that we all make to be on tour doing what we love to do.
Now, going back and forth, obviously being from England, and what has it taken to get yourself acclimated to a lot of the frequent flyer miles, we should say, from going back and forth from home to the States?
Yeah, it's the main thing. You get all these miles, but no, it is tough traveling back and forth and being away from my own country. Your own sort of environment, just little things really. But yeah, been over here. Kind of been doing it for around 10 years now. I think traveling to the States, to and from home. Bowling on the European tour, probably an extra 5 or 6, 7 years, longer than that. So yeah, basically into my mid-30s now, and yeah, right in the middle of my career, I suppose.
According to today's standards, you're a veteran. You're like one of the senior players almost now. It's been becoming such a young tour. How does it feel being one of the guys with a lot more experience?
I think it'll be interesting in the next few years. Watching guys like Chris Barnes still competing, and the guys in their late 40s. I don't see any reason why I'd be able to compete myself when I get to sort of mid to late 40s. I think watching the young guys come out and what they do to a bowling ball is very impressive. And obviously there's going to be more and more of them as the years go on. That's why I kind of take a lot from someone like Chris Barnes and Pete Webber, Walter Ray, who have success, and I think Chris right now is probably coming to that later part of that, being in his late 40s, now going to play senior tour, and that might help him come back into the main tour too. But their longevity of their career really is what I'm trying to get at, and I feel like I'm one of those guys. You say I've been around a long time. It doesn't always go the way you want it to go, but go home, work hard, and I'm one of the guys who feel like I can figure it out and compete as long as I want to.
How does, for the fans out there that love watching Dom bowl. How do you recharge yourself away from the sport? Do you have certain hobbies that you like to partake in to kind of get your mind away from the sport of bowling?
I think it changes year on year. Like this last year, my wife had a baby, so that took away my golf exploits. So I played golf last year. I'm not very good anyway, but yeah, there's definitely a balance. I think that's what my life's really all about, is a balance. And even when you're on the road, just getting away from bowling every now and then, having those travel days, having a few down days. Like days like today, I'm not competing today. It's about, you know, coming to see Tom at the pro shop, coming to see the guys who come out for the demo and the ball giveaway we're doing tonight. That isn't really still bowling, but it's not, you know, still a balance for me. Getting away from the competition for just a few hours can help me reset. But when I go home, it's completely different. You know, I'm as far away from the bowling centre as you can be after a trip like this, until my next event comes, and about 7 to 10, 14 days depending, I'll be start getting ready for my next event.
So, you know, a lot of people are always going to ask how things are so much different in the States than they are maybe in England, where you're from. Meals, what do you find yourself eating as you travel from country or state to state participating in bowling? Is there certain restaurants you like more here compared to what you would find at home?
Yeah, I grew up in England, obviously, so everything there I'm used to. That's sort of my bread and butter, if you like, of certain cuisines that we have. You know, we have so many different international tastes around England because it's such a multicultural country now. So when I come here, it's a little bit different. Obviously, eating out 3 meals a day, so I always try and find a hotel that has breakfast at least. And I'm definitely a 3 meal a day guy. I don't like skipping any meals, and I think that's important for me when I go and compete too. And that's what we do at home, so try and keep that part of my life out here. But so yeah, eating out those other 2 meals a day isn't always easy, and probably not the biggest fan of fried food, which obviously but you find almost everywhere if you want to.
Right.
So trying to find the other places isn't always as easy, but it just, you know, I'd rather, yeah, just taking a little bit of extra time. Really.
Who you're ever traveling with, does that depict on where you guys go? I mean, who's your roommate on tour right now?
Yeah, it can do. It can definitely, decides if you don't really, not too fussy that day.
Right.
Someone else can choose, but yeah, typically Stu Williams, Oscar Palermo, Martin Larson, Jesper Svensson, Fran Lowe, all of us will sort of travel around together and change roommates sort of week in, week out, so we'll sort of stay fresh with one another, hire cars together, and then, yeah, if one group wants to go one way or another group wants to go one way, they want to go somewhere else, and we'll just do that. It's
probably helped as you transition from bowling more in the United States, having that core group of friends from overseas that come with you and bowl on a high level, right?
Yeah, definitely. It's very hard. It can be a very lonely place out here, away from family, missing special things like birthdays at home for your kids. But yeah, having a good group of guys, I think it's very important, and I'm lucky enough to have that out here.
A couple more things before we let you get back to the fans here, but goals for the rest of the season. What are you trying to accomplish here as you finish out this summer swing, and then obviously in the U.S. Open just right around the corner?
Exactly, yeah. So I feel like I'm bowling well. So the summer swing, I've got a few goals left I want to go and achieve. Definitely want to make a show, want to push on and try and get a title, at least get into the finals. And then going into the rest of the year, we have a tournament in Thailand. So we're going to probably a tournament in Kuwait. I'll be heading to hopefully the China Cup and a few other events like that. But obviously the big one would be the US Open.
Also, now, you know, being with track here for a while, what are some things you really like that you're seeing with some of this new equipment that they're bringing out for the fans?
Yeah, we've Matt Sanders and I have just done a video each on 2 new bowling balls we're coming out in the fall. There's actually one that you guys will be finding out about in the next couple of days. I've done a video on a little while ago, part of the Paradox line. Really looking forward to using it. There's a lot of traction, and the colour's great. It blends the whole lane out with the red that you'll see. And yeah, stay tuned to hear more about that.
Well, we thank you for your time, Dom. One of the more popular players on tour, Dom Barrett here, as he's hanging out here at Arrowhead Bowl in Lafayette. Dom, thanks for your time.
Thank you.
All right. guys at Mike Aulby's Arrowhead Bowl, and we're catching up with Matt Sanders from Evansville. And Matt, you're hanging out with Dom Barrett and part of the EBI
Dom's
celebration.
hanging out with me.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Let's get that correct. Dom is lucky enough to hang out with Matt Sanders. Kind of showing a little bit of his two-handed talent there, right?
Yeah, he throws it pretty well two-handed.
Yeah, I was impressed. Let's talk about your season so far and how the summer swing's going. Give us your evaluation of how things are going so far.
The start of the year it was pretty slow. I was still kind of coming off my shoulder injury, so I probably came back too early. Really, it didn't hurt while I was bowling the first couple months, but there was some pain at times. Something wasn't right, and finally, when we got to February, when we were almost done with most of it, I was healed by then, and I started bowling a little better, and we had time off again. So things didn't really work out the way I wanted to. The summer swing, I bowled actually well the first week when they were harder, and the second one we kind of struggled on the left side. This last one I just didn't bowl up to what I could have done. I missed a cut only by 2 pins maybe. So it's just kind of take it for what it's worth. I think I might actually be looking to possibly make some span changes and do some other things soon. We've got Coldwater coming up, and then Illinois, and then that's kind of it before the U.S. Open in October. So this is the time, if I'm going to do something, I'm going to make the changes before it starts up in January again.
Now, obviously some big events coming up, the U.S. Open. What are your goals as you look forward to the rest of this year? We're used to seeing Matt Sanders showing up in some of these big events on TV,
Yeah, well, this year I hope to make it through the tournament, really. Last year I had to withdraw, so I don't know, we'll see. Because right now I'm throwing it okay certain days. I'm still, just timing-wise, it's not all there. I know it. Sometimes I can feel it. There's games where you might see me go 250, 250, 250, but then I just something doesn't click, and it's kind of been that way all year. So still kind of trying to figure it out. It's kind of in a little slump. And, I don't know. I'd like to kind of just figure out. The U.S. Open's hard. Hopefully, probably put out. I think we do the 3-pattern thing now, so got to be pretty versatile to get through that. So we got Coldwater, like I said, next in Illinois, and then got to get prepped for that essentially.
Well, and still, you're not too far off your rookie season. So do you feel like you're still learning? A lot of guys say it takes years to kind of master the qualifying and the preparation that goes week in and week out for some of these events. You feel like you're still learning things as you go along on tour?
Definitely. I've had ball rep, and actually Andrew Anderson kind of said the same thing last week. It's just something, this year, just lane play wise, hasn't seemed the same to me. I think if you ask most lefties, there's nothing wrong with the patterns. Just we're used to playing a certain part of the lane or having it. It hasn't really been in that spot. I think that's why you see it. Some of us have been struggling a little bit from time to time. Simonelli bowled really well this week. He came back and won. He saw what he needed to see. But it's just been different. I feel like I've had to play in, which I'm fine playing in. I actually grew up playing in. I wasn't very good playing out. But on tour, it's a lot harder because they have a lot of people with a 600 rev break, and that oil goes really fast in middle part lane. So there's no place for us to go. It's hard to find a happy medium of where to play on the lane, especially if you don't see where you think it could be and it's not there. So that's something I'm trying to figure out. Like I said, I'm going to try to make changes to hopefully help that out. But with that, there's differences between qualifying and match play. I know sometimes I feel like it's hard for me. It's not lacking motivation in qualifying. I feel more comfortable in match play. I'm ready to go. I want to go at it against somebody. And qualifying, I feel like other people probably can say this too. It's not like going through the motions, but it's just not, like I said, I want to go at something. Like I'm trying to win in that moment. And qualifying, you don't win in qualifying.
You're
usually.
posting a score,
it's
right?
different, yeah. So it's, for me to learn that, it's kind of different. So I've done that all my life. You always have qualifying, but it's also different in a different setting, a different stage. So it's different.
Well, people always like to know, how do you get yourself away from the everyday grind of the tour? You have some hobbies that you found yourself doing, or anything that kind of gets your mind away from it?
Really, for a while I've struggled so bad. I've bowled a lot. It was it was kind of the opposite. I bowled probably way too much. I think it kind of slowed the shoulder progress down really. I like doing golf, just hang out with friends really. There's not much. I bowl, eat, sleep, and bowl. That's about it.
Well, we were gonna tell all the ladies that he's still single from the last time I checked.
Yeah,
but
I like the golf and bowl. That's about it.
Hey, when you're young, you take advantage of the opportunities to travel around the country and do stuff that you love to do, right?
Yeah, there's been a lot of traveling too. There's been a lot.
So as we wrap things up, talk about this whole deal that you found yourself in with Dom here as you traveling to Arrowhead. You know, they're going to have a little bowling event. You know, they're going to challenge you guys. How fun is it to be involved in things like this as you not only bowl for the PBA Tour, but you're representing track brand and EBI brand too?
Oh, it's really cool. It's a great opportunity. I mean, it's we went over some new balls that we got coming and did some video stuff, which is cool. It's something that most people don't see. They're getting ready to have a demo, and I think they're doing a thing where they pay $1 to bowl against. If they beat us, and they get into a raffle, which kind of goes with the Bowl for Kids' Sake thing that I do. I go to I go to some Bowl for Kids' Sake events, and I do kind of the same thing. At least some of them I have where they have a 9-pin no tap, and they'll bowl against the pro. And if they beat me, they can either get into a drawing for something, or they can get their money back, or something like that. So it's kind of the same thing. It's something cool for us to do. And this is, like you said, this is almost for us to wind down and have some fun too. I mean, like we said, Dom's been throwing two-handed. I even threw some two-handed a second ago.
I saw it. You have a little slower ball speed than Dom does.
My ball speed was slower. My roll's pretty good though. I like my roll two-handed. I have to try it a little more.
I know.
Guess we might be in some trouble here soon.
You see a ball do something that you typically don't see when you throw one-handed, right?
Yeah, it's different.
So cool deal here going on at Mike Aulby's Arrowhead Bowl, and Matt, we look forward to thank you for your time, but look forward to, more importantly, seeing you maybe on a TV show here coming up pretty soon.
Hopefully soon, yes.